This time on True North Outdoors TV, we're off to Owen Sound, Ontario, where we're going to actually be competing in a Canadian Rimfire Precision Series match. It's like any other PRS style match, but it's all with the 22 long rifle platform. Stay tuned, guys. This is going to be a blast.
Welcome to Owen Sound for the 2018 April 7th match. It is an interesting match today. We're going to have some interesting weather with the winds and the snow. We've got about 25 shooters on the line. The reason for CRPS is really just to try and give folks an outlet for their competitive passion. I think most people have seen PRS, and really PRS is pricey for some. And I think everyone has access to or has a 22 at home. And the goal of CRPS is to give everyone that chance to compete. And it's really based around all the same principles as PRS. We've got far distances, close distance, multiple engagements, and you've got a bunch of different barricades. So we run a 10-stage match, 5 in the morning, 5 in the afternoon. They are all time stages, 120 seconds. And the goal is to test shooters' ability to, one, build a solid position under challenging conditions. Two is to be able to understand windage and trajectory, so compensate for how fast the wind is blowing and how far the target is. And also the most important is the fundamentals. How do you get into a good fundamental position and be able to engage what is really ultra long range? When you look at equating kind of what we're doing, which is the long target is 325 meters for a 22. Roughly the drop is around over 25, 27 feet. And that's equivalent to shooting a 308 to about a kilometer. So, and I think that's the goal, is to give everyone, all you need is 100 rounds of ammunition for 22. That could be as cheap as $6 or as expensive as $25. It's really run what you brung. We have two classes. One is production division, that's really designed for folks who just bought a Savage Mark II or a Marlin 795 or a Ruger 1022. Get a decent scope that you can change the elevation on, so you can adjust for the different distances and go to town. So we have a $500 limit for production rifles, plus $500 for the scope. So most people are bringing, $200 rifle or $200 scope, and that gets you in the game. And then open is obviously open, and you'll see guns from mildly modified to completely wild setups costing thousands of dollars. So really the goal is to get out there and figure it out. I'd suggest if you're thinking about it, just go attend one as a spotter. Great way to experience the stages, get to talk to the guys, see what they're running. I mean, don't get intimidated by it, and then figure out what the dope is for the different distances and sign up. We have 6 events in the series this year. We have 2 planned for Ontario. This is the first one. We have 2 planned for Quebec, and then we've got 1 event in BC in August and 1 event in Alberta in August as well. So the goal is to have a 6-match series to give everyone a chance, and hopefully we start building this groundswelling of Rimfire PRS in Canada. And that's Rimfire PRS.
Now, for anybody who's not familiar with PRS style competitions, it's basically positional shooting. So it's going to be prone, standing, kneeling, and firing from various different types of barricades at targets at varying ranges. In this case, it's going to be between 75 meters and 325, and that's a stretch for the 22 long rifle. So on this stage, you're actually using a barrel as your shooting platform, and it's not filled with anything, and it's not secured to the ground. It moves back and forth. And the targets are at about 100 yards, and they're going from 8 inches to 6 inches to 4 inches in size. Now, I do wish that the old Remington was a little bit more cooperative. It gave me nothing but hell all day. I know it doesn't like it when it's cold out, and with it being -6, it was very literally a 50+% failure rate. Now, there are even some sponsored shooters at these events, and these guys are pretty hardcore, and they've got some pretty serious setups here. Now, my Remington, because of the trigger modifications and the bedded action, actually kicked me up to the open class. So my $450 rifle was very literally competing with rigs that cost $2,000+. And yes, I did not come in anywhere near the top. Now, something I did notice is that the open division is pretty much dominated by Savage Mark IIs. These guys are all done up in aftermarket stocks, and I don't think there was any scope under $1,000 on any of these rifles. It's also worthy to note, too, that the production winner was also a Mark II in stock form. The next most popular rifle I noticed was the Ruger 1022. And these guys had these things decked out, too. Like, I saw carbon fiber barrels and the whole 9 yards. It really made my Remington 597 with the heavy barrel and a leaper scope kind of look underrated. In my defense, my 597 is my raccoon hunting rifle, and it does have all quartz and internals, if that makes a difference. To give you an idea of the type of challenges you'll see at the Canadian Rimfire Precision Series, this is an 8-inch plate at 150 meters. This stage requires you to kneel. Now, it's going to take 16 1/4 MOA of dope to get that 22 long rifle out that far. And if I put that much dope into a 6.5 Creedmoor, I'd be shooting at 600 meters. So it really does put it into perspective.
I only have 2.
Something that you do want to have a good fundamental base of is your positional shooting. Now, that's before you get to the CRPS match. You're going to want to be comfortable standing, sitting, kneeling, and shooting from prone positions. Right here, he's ringing an 8-inch plate at 125 meters freestanding with a 22 long rifle. And that's something most of us don't do every day. If you're just getting into the sport, check out Project Maple Seed. It's rifle marksmanship training up here in Canada, and it'll help solidify and give you that fundamental base you need for competition. If you guys are interested in getting more information on the Canadian Rimfire Precision Series, visit their website at rimfireprecision.ca and join their Facebook group at Canadian Rimfire Precision Series. There's always somebody on there if you've got any questions or you need help getting your dope dialed in. There's somebody on there that can help you out with this, especially if you're new getting into the sport. If there's anybody out there with property that's interested in hosting one of these events next year, by all means, use the Contact Us portion on their webpage and let them know that you're interested and see what you can get set up. At this point, we're going to leave you with our winners from the 2018 Canadian Rimfire Precision Series event in Owen Sound. Till next time, guys.
But first and foremost, thank you for making a fun and safe event. I saw a lot of great chatter, people who didn't meet each other before, coming away with new shooting buddies potentially. I want to thank all of the ROs and the volunteers. We do appreciate it. Without you guys, we couldn't have done this. So thanks to you guys. We do want to thank also our sponsors. I went through them this morning. Linda and Keith from Milcon Training, Applied Ballistics, Doc Green and Brian Litz stepped up and gave us a media pack. Project Maple Seed donated a free entry to a Maple Seed. This lets you cut in line also. Just email one of the directors. Probably it's going to be me anyway. So we have donations from Korth Group. We got some ammo. Tesro has kicked in for a nice Nanook case in bright visible, so you know, hey, someone's walking away with my case. So we'll go to the awards. I'll start with the open group, just because I'll start with third place, Andrew Vincent with 28.
I'm number 3.
Nice.
Open. There you go. Put this over on you. Yeah, thanks for bending down. There you go. And then face the camera. There you go. Third place. I'll have you sit on the side there, Andrew. We're gonna have you take a picture with the three of the group. And second place with a score of 38, Tim Westover.
Hey!
Whoa! Shooting, Tim?
No one is more surprised than Tim.
I wanted to know who the other Tim was. But I heard he was doing well.
Look at the camera. Jeez. There you go.
Thank you.
I get to put the
Don't
sign
give
in.
it. Don't.
What? What?
Give it.
What?
Did
Go!
I put it on?
Go! Smile the camera.
Oh, you got it. Oh, there you go.
You're the worst Miss America ever.
I know.
And in first place, we have Briab Bolivar with 43. Well done. Kind of a different result from last time.
Yeah, a little. Yeah,
Look at the camera.
A little better.
All right.
Here, I'll bend.
I have so many regrets. One more with the medal around you. Big shake.
Yeah,
1, 2, and 3. Awesome. All right, got 3 guys up here. We'll just get a quick photo, and then you can choose your prize.
Why are you not wearing the appropriate
1, 2, 3. Yeah, right in the middle.
Yeah.
Perfect. There you go. Here. Big smile, big cheese. 1, 2, 3. You check the picture, make sure it turns out.
Yeah, Kelly.
Oh, wait.
There you go. All right, there you go.
Format
Got your
card.
prize?
I think the is a good idea.
That's a good idea. Yep. That's signed by Brian Litz himself. Comes in the DVD.
Yeah, he spells it right even.
There you go. You want to get a picture with? I need to. Corey, get a picture of Brian showing off his.
Only one way to find out. Bite it. You can't read that.
You can grab a sticker also, Brian. If you
Oh,
want.
okay.
He's just gonna put it on his shelf.
Oh yeah, the second in place. You can also get a applied ballistic sticker as well.
There you go, Tim.
That'll look nice on the Escape.
Yeah.
Now we'll go to production. Third place, Clayton Tucker, 26. Hey! Congrats. I heard you ringing steel over there. It was awesome. Big smile for the camera. There you go. I'll let you put that on yourself. Thank you very much. I need a picture with it on though. Otherwise, I got to take it back. Yeah, you can take it back. There you go. Big shake. Thanks, Clayton. Thanks for coming out. Thank you. Awesome. Second place, score of 31, Paul Ratz. Hey, Paul, over here, please. Congrats, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good, camera.
Camera.
There you go. I'll let you put this on. I'm learning.
Yeah.
Let them put it on themselves so you don't look like a midget. No. Next time Andrew's going to be here, he's like 6'3". You're going to be looking up to him. In first place with a score of 37, Garth Seabrook. Hey! Good Garth. That's awesome. I heard you ringing. I knew you were getting close up there. That's a big smile for the camera. There you go.
As Tim's pointed out, beware the production shooter with the shiny bolt knob.
Yes.
That's true.
He's worked that action a few times.
Yes.
Big smile.
Can't help but feel there's a euphemism
And then
in
you
there
get
somewhere.
I said bolt knob, didn't I? Yeah.
I think there's a shirt in there somewhere, Tim.
I was thinking third place. There was only 3 of us, wasn't there?
Big picture for it out. Yep. Just hold it up so you can see the logo.
Thank you.